AOC had a pretty wild line. I have to get to it before the mailbag. AOC is out defending Planned Parenthood for saving lives. She says, conservatives, I don't want to hear it about Planned Parenthood when you support the death penalty.
First and foremost, I don't want to hear a single person on this committee or outside of this committee talk about valuing life when they continue to uphold the death penalty, when they continue to support policies that disproportionately incarcerate and lead to the deaths of Black men and people throughout this country, and uphold an absolutely unjust medical system that exists for profit that allows people to die because they can't afford to live.
Put a pause right there. I don't have a lot of time, so we'll do this quickly. Executing convicted criminals is different than murdering innocent babies. The U.S. justice system intentionally incarcerates criminals. That's what they go for. If some groups commit crime at higher rates, that ain't the cops' fault. That ain't the system's fault. It's a problem, but it ain't the cops' problem. And third, the United States has the best healthcare in the world. That's why people from other countries that allegedly have better healthcare, when they want good healthcare, they come to the United States. And then she goes on and makes her real point.
In addition to that, if we want to talk about Planned Parenthood, let's talk about how many lives Planned Parenthood has saved and how many babies have been born because of the prenatal care provided by Planned Parenthood. And if you don't believe it, and if you've never met a Planned Parenthood baby, I'm happy to let you know that I am one, and that my mother received and relied on prenatal care from Planned Parenthood when she was pregnant with me. And so if we're concerned about life, we don't get to talk about anyone else who's not concerned about the full spectrum of that when we are upholding policies that kill people.
So that's obviously preposterous, the argument she's making. If her mother did go to Planned Parenthood at various times, and I have no reason to believe that because AOC lies all the time, but if that's true, if AOC slipped through the cracks of the abortionist ghouls at Planned Parenthood, that's good. Good for her. That's a good story. The fact is that Planned Parenthood kills hundreds of thousands of babies a year. Their business is abortion. If accidentally some woman walks in and they're not able to get their fangs into them and convince them to kill their babies, that is a happy accident that happens at Planned Parenthood. But the argument she's making here is if you don't oppose the death penalty, you can't oppose abortion. Not true. If you don't support socialist medicine, you can't oppose abortion. Not true. You can. You really can. You don't need to fall for the traps that the left is laying before you, even when that involves candidates on our own side that are, I think, tricking us, wittingly or unwillingly, into accepting a lot of very dangerous leftist premises. Oh, hello there. Oh, I barely noticed you came in. You might not notice that I come in to your computer if you don't ring that bell, if you don't like and you subscribe, because then you won't get the notifications. YouTube already doesn't want you to see the videos that we put out. So make sure you ring the bell right now. We'll see you next time.